Hi, I'm Curt Frye, and in this video, I would like to show you how to find a specific occurrence of a value in a data set. The sample file that I use is called occurrence, and you can download it using the link that I provide in the video description below. In this workbook, I have a single worksheet, and I have, I believe, 49 orders. If I scroll down, yep, the last order is numbered 49. And then I have customer IDs. Those go from 1 to 5. And then sales values that are related to the order number and the customer ID. And my goal, if I look at the values I have in columns E and F, is to find, in this case, customer 5 and the third order from them. And if I am able to do so, find the value of customer 5's third order. This comes up on occasion in business, but it's surprisingly useful, so I encourage you to learn the technique. I'll start in G2 by filtering the values in A2 through C50 using a value in cell E2. So we're looking for all of the orders for customer number 5. So in G2, I'll type equal, filter, and this is a relatively new function, so you might not have used it before. The array goes from A2 to C50. That's all of our values and a comma. And we want to include in our output everything from B2 through B50, that is the customer IDs for our orders, that are equal to the value in E2, the customer number. So I'll do B2 through B50, and then equal, and then the cell address for E2. So that's what we're including. We won't worry about if empty at the moment. Then a right parentheses and enter. And there I have the output for the first part of the formula that we're creating. So I have order number 13, and that's from customer number 5, and the value is 235. So if I look at order 13, 5, and 235. And if I scroll down, see I have 25 and 214. So I'll scroll down. There's order number 25 and the value we expected. So this part of the formula is working well. What I'd like to do now is to find the third occurrence within this filter array. And we actually don't have to display the filter array within the worksheet. Instead, we can hold it in memory, as long as the array isn't too large, and operate on it with another function. So let's do that, starting in cell E4. So I'll type equal, and here we will use index. And index, as the tooltip indicates, returns a value or reference of the cell at the intersection of a particular row and column in a given range. And because we used filter to create the range that we see in cell G2, we can use its output as the input for index. So I'll do index, and then a left parentheses, and the value that we want starts in G2, and because G2 has an array formula, or an array function, actually it's called a dynamic array properly, then we can refer to its output with the spill operator, which is a hashtag, and you can see that the range of its output has been identified in the worksheet by outlining it in blue. So I have G2 hashtag for the spill, then a comma, and if I want to find the third occurrence, I can refer to the value in F2. So I'll click there. So I have F2, then a comma, and now I decide which value from that range I want. So I've already identified the row number, that is the third occurrence, stored in cell F2, and the third column from the output contains the value, which is what I want in the end. So that is in column number 3, right parentheses and enter, and I get 226. And if I look over in the filter output, I see that 226 is in fact the third value from orders for customer number 5. So let's combine those two formulas together. I will delete the value, or rather the formula, in E4. Then I'll double click cell G2, and I will use index again. The input to the index function will be the filter output. So then a comma, The occurrence will be F2, which we did before, and the column from the output that we want is in column 3. And then a right parentheses and enter, and I get the value of 226. There's one final thing to do, and that is to add error handling. We've seen that there are 6 orders from customer number 5 in the data set, but what happens if I put 7 in F2 and press enter? I get a reference error, and that's because we're trying to refer to a cell that doesn't exist. We can fix that by adding some error handling. So I'll double-click G2, and then around index, I will have if error. If there's no error, then we get the value. If there is an error, then I'll go after the index and filter combination, type a comma, and then in double quotes, not found. Double quotes, right parentheses, and enter, and we get the value of not found. But if I switch back to an occurrence of 3 in cell F2 and enter, then I get the output that I expected. So I hope you found this interesting, and if you need to look up the nth occurrence of a specific item within a data set, now you know how to do it. I hope you enjoyed the tip, and if you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel.